Now, we'll have some indie games ourselves coming up. The plan is to finish this game tonight. This is the last level of this game, so I should warn that there will be spoilers. Now, granted, I mean, the plot of this game is interesting, I think. It's maybe a little bit shallow, you know, by some measures. But I'm interested to see where things are going.
This place feels old. I mean, old.
Even the air feels strange, doesn't it? Humanity was never meant to be here. We're not wanted.
This place is as big as a city.
It's basically an H.R. Geiger cityscape hellscape. Also, you know what this is throwing me back to? This is throwing me back to motherfucking Eternal Darkness, of all things. The Eternal City, or what do they call it? I can't remember if that was the right word for it, but basically like the hidden city underneath that they discover underneath the mansion that like has untold horrors lurking inside of it. Like this has that in spades. It also has lots of phallic H.R. Geiger imagery, as you would expect. Lots of biomechanical penises, lots of what you would expect from an H.R. Geiger designed or at least influenced kind of experience. I see that we got some weird textures that have not loaded properly. See this, like the floor is like strangely low texture, and even like some of the stuff kind of on the sides look a little bit fucked up. So I think the level might have goofed a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm like overanalyzing this, but I see some like smudginess a little bit, but that's okay. We can still appreciate just like the grandiosity of just like the scale of this area and how otherworldly it feels. And again, H.R. Giger, that was his whole thing. Weird, otherworldly, and strangely sexual and phallic imagery was kind of his whole thing. You know, usually I'm a little bit more subtle about having lots of penises on stream, but, you know, for H.R. Giger, I make an exception. Call me old-fashioned, but when Xenomorph biomechanical genitalia comes out, I go, all right. I'm not gonna hide it. Just roll with it. So Director Price, she was never. It was kind of obvious that she was like something was up with her. It's always suspicious whenever you meet a character like we did with with Director Price, and you never like see her face. Like you just see like the recording and like the profile picture. That's always sus. It's hard to trust somebody when you like never see their face until like the very, very end at least. So no surprise that this ended or this went the direction that it went. Still unfortunate. Chief Xenobiologist Carl. Just Carl? No first name? No, I mean, I guess that is his first name. No last name. Dr. Carl with a K. So, sorry about your staff. They knew the risk. Okay. We're what remains of your escort is enough to get you out. We promise we're gonna rescue you. So, yeah, this is the city underneath Olduvai. Samples, eggs, specimens coming from Xeno City. That's what we're calling it. Retrieved and brought to me. Okay. Don't go through the spire. It's fanatics advise everywhere. Use it an accreditation key. Vermilion level. Okay. Upload the data. Use multiple terminals. Colonist reports, journals, letters, everything. Get as much as you can. Move straight to Pioneer Station. I need to reach the company. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. So I wonder then. Yeah, she said we need to get the stuff to Pioneer, specifically Pioneer Station. Which is where we saw, that's where like the game began for us. That's when we saw the cult begin to unleash things. I'm guessing. I'm trying to think about the implications of this. Let's go ahead and pop out of here. Yeah, there was no other thoughts about that. I was wondering if there was gonna be like a cutscene or anything. So the implications, of course, that Director Price wanted the information at least on board the Pioneer Station. I just don't know if that was at the same time that the cultists unleashed the xenomorphs. I guess that would have been independent. She was trying to get the data to the company. She was hoping that that the cultists wouldn't, you know, get wild and weird and overrun and everything. But that's exactly what they did. So good job, cultists. GG's, cultists. Right now, what happens?
Damn. Looks like these guys ran out of fuel.
Do I see facehuggers on them? They're out of more than just fuel, then. Is that Marlowe? I think it is. Was Marlowe. So he's been dead for a while, then. Well, except he's been... oh, wait, no, there he is. Never mind. It looks like him.
Welcome to my tomb.
Unless it's another synth.
Fuck are you?
His legacy.
Yeah, it's a synth.
How many synths has this guy made of himself?
Yeah. So the original Marlowe is dead.
Oh, you're looking for the voice. I'm afraid you'll have to go deeper into our sanctuary.
Shouldn't we just shoot this guy?
Go ahead. Shoot me. You humans and your obsession with entropy.
Now, he does show us an enemy on the tracker, which is interesting. Can I just choose not to? Like, what if... like, do we gain anything by shooting him? I would say probably not. Oh, they're all cultists. They're all cultists. I guess their xenomorphs have hatched. Now, yeah, do we have to shoot him? He's a synth. He has nothing for us. It's like a walking monument. I say we just leave. Fuck him. Like, he's got nothing for us. We choose to leave him alive. It auto-saved. For better, for worse. Says we have to go deeper into the sanctuary to find Cassandra. Are we about to find her? Another data pad.
Oh, hi there. It appears we have
Another Marlowe.
today.
Give me a fucking break.
So lovely to have you here. Look how well she worked. One cannot cease to be amazed by the Ascended. To think these corporate fools believe they could harness their power.
It's like wading through a fog.
I wish I could have been there. When they first tried. Man meeting the ultimate organism. Your innocence all so pure. Facing the cold perfection of the void. If only they had known that day about xenosynthesis. You could have been one with them. Oh, yes.
Can't keep up with this guy. He's moving around too much.
You were this close. The irony. What a waste of time.
By the way, I need to do one quick thing. Whoops. I was just gonna say, I wish to remain paused. Yeah, I'm gonna grab one quick thing. We'll move one window over so I can see this a little bit better. What's up, Algasso? The ultimate organism, aka the ultimate orgasm, correct. Well, we all know the ultimate organism, the ultimate life form is obviously Shadow the Hedgehog from Sonic Adventure 2 for the Sega Dreamcast. Obviously, that's the ultimate life form. Like, we've already solved that problem, that little conundrum. So, we have another synth Marlowe. This is synth Marlowe number 3 that we've met. And I'm pretty sure these are all eggs, and they're not targetable. So they're not... well, actually, some of them have hatched anyway, but... yeah, a bunch of eggs... and a few lights, and some, like, general supplies and shit like that. So they were doing an operation of sorts. Can't really see what this is down here. Can't, like, zoom close enough to whatever that's going on down there. All we know is that this Marlowe is also a target that we could shoot. I will choose not to. Let's see if I will regret that choice. As it's another synth, obviously. Does nothing for us. Peter Crozier. Alabama. What an odd first name. I mean, there was America McGee, or American McGee, who worked on Doom. Worked for id back in the day. And of course made the Alice games. These things are dangerous. Your teams are angry. They made that clear when they tried to beat me up with their mining tools this morning, but we gotta keep up. Well, in Yutani, they want them eggs because they want a big breakfast. Would be cathartic? It might be. I don't want to waste what might be limited ammo. That's the thing, too. I have no idea what my resources are because we don't have a UI right now. I'm thinking, like... I legit don't know, but I'm thinking, like, well, maybe if we leave them alive, they'll, like, tell us more or something. My mom made me swear on her deathbed, and I'm damn sure that your father in her place would have done the same. Wait, hold on. Until the big shots charge in with the money, it's okay. So they were saying, like, all right, we gotta make that money. We gotta make that money. What's up, Irossi? Might be a nudge. It very well could be. I would assume there are probably lots of those, in particular to the original, that is. It's good to see Irossi. Use the massive hangars to store the eggs. How many eggs can we fit into one container? How many containers can we fit into those hangars? Richest pioneers this galaxy has ever known. You and your children will be set up for life. I wonder if both these people got xenomorphed at some point. Because, I mean, let's be honest. Nobody who plots like this ends up in one piece. It was discovered by Lethi's first settlers searching for Trimonite veins. It's pretty much a megapolis. Offered the bravest explorers proof that extraterrestrial life not only exists, but did in fact engender civilization. So it's not like this was built by the colonists. This was already here. As they were just looking for Trimonite, they found what they call Xeno City. Which of course is... This was like, you know, this big xenomorph city that was built up and was like ultimately the source of the xenomorphs that were crawling out of the mines. There's a guy named Captain Dallas. Alabama. I can tell you that Dallas and Alabama, they're both the same thing. Well, Alex, isn't one a city and one's a state? Listen, they're both exactly the same. I live in Missouri, all right? I am a card-carrying Southerner. I can weigh in on this conversation, I promise. Texas is conveniently located adjacent to Alabama. Eleanor Crozier. 47 years of space exploration, 13 as a commanding officer, not a single discovery worth mentioning. But then Trimonite. But then they find this city. I can't wrap my head around it just yet. My chief scientific officer believes this could predate human history by several millennia. Maybe a lost friend has rewarded us with our patience. Yeah. Reward. And not cursed with this, like, fucking Lovecraftian nightmare. And again, I cannot but help but really, really appreciate this city's resemblance to the Forbidden City that you see in Eternal Darkness. You only get, like, snippets of it is the thing. Like, you never really get a full view of that city in Eternal Darkness. Part of that is, of course, technical limitations. I mean, they just couldn't... They really couldn't, like, do it justice. You see, like, some passing mentions of it. You see, like, a few awkward JPEGs in the background. It's, like, flat images. But still, what you do see is very reminiscent, which is pretty cool. Worst drivers I ever saw were in Dallas. There you go. Learned to drive in the Jersey Turnpike. Gracie was in New York City for a couple days visiting some family. And she said while she was there, it gave her an extra good appreciation for how mild Midwestern drivers are, like Midwestern traffic is, generally speaking. Because, yeah, we have some shitty traffic here in St. Louis. No doubt about it. But she was like, yeah, East Coast traffic, or at least New York City, is like operating on a whole another level. Same thing when we were in Los Angeles early this year, en route to going to Hawaii when we had a layover overnight. We got to see some LA traffic. It was our first time in LA, and yeah, we gained a new appreciation for sure. Terminal correspondence, aka dead. Now she wasn't driving, but she had to take an Uber from the airport to her uncle's place. Once she was at her uncle's place, like, he doesn't have a car either, so they just walked everywhere. And because he's pretty much like, he's pretty close to like the city, so they were able to walk pretty much everywhere. But yeah, it was as she describes it, like the Uber from the airport to his place was was wrought with challenge for sure. And it was expensive too, because it was not a short drive, obviously. But no, she wasn't driving while she was there, and thankfully she didn't drive there either. That would have been probably pretty mind-numbing. Right, so yeah, so Fletcher, so the Fletchers and the Croziers, yeah, they were talking about the last names. So Alabama to Peter, he says, "I'm putting an end to this. Too many people have died. It's not about us anymore. These things are spreading. Everything we've tried to build on Lethe is at risk." Yeah, so despite the promised prosperity, they realize the dangers. "People I trust are gathering explosives as we speak. Leaves us with the containers, and for that I need your help. We have to burn those eggs and burn them now before the company arrives. And still make the right choice." Did Peter make the right choice? I mean, there's a few dead bodies here. Several dead bodies. I mean, I guess it's hard to know which one's which. All we know is that so far it's been kind of a series of Marlowe synths delivering exposition to us and kind of the form of vignettes with some data pads to kind of tell the story as well. You drove out this way one time, Augusta. I know you said you've been to Carbondale once before for like a wedding. It's a long fucking drive. Flying is the right choice. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I've done the drive from here to DC once. That was for MagFest one year. And of course it wasn't, I mean, DC wasn't the like end result. National Harbor, Maryland is where we went, but it's like 15 minutes away from DC, so it's just easier to say DC. And it's a long fucking drive. And we made that drive back in, like, it was in January. It was like January of like 2013, I think. And I know I've told the story before, so I'll give the concise version. But we drove through. Oh no, we didn't drive through. We were chased by a named snowstorm, snow and ice storm, and we were able to beat it, I think, by like a little bit. Like we were able to get there before it hit. But then on the way back, we had to drive through a different named snow and ice storm. There was like a polar vortex, so it was cold and miserable. It was a whole time. And yeah, it was a long drive, punctuated with anxiety over the winter weather. So making that drive is a long and unpleasant experience. I mean, you get to drive through some pretty cool scenery. You get to drive through like, West Virginia, and it's very pretty out there. But yeah, it was not worth the unpleasantness of just with how long it was. And again, the weather accentuated the unpleasantness quite a bit. And you drove the whole way. Yeah, it's a long fucking time. Oh, what's this?
This is gigantic.
Is it the Mega Queen?
This whole planet's a freak show.
The Super Queen?
So, this used to live in that city?
Probably. See its chest? This was a host for one of those creatures.
Wait, this was a host for a xenomorph?
Been here.
This ain't the time to be playing archaeologist. Come on, there's a passage over here.
Wasn't expecting to see like a giant skeleton of like a demon. So it's not like a xenomorph thing. They were saying like, yeah, look at I see the chest cavity here, or not chest cavity, but the rib cage that has like a very large hole where a chest burster would have burst forth. So I guess that's an interesting implication I never considered. I wonder if this is a thing that is explored in the Alien movies lore, the idea of like, now did the xenomorphs build this, or did some other race of creatures build something like this, and the xenomorphs took over? Because yeah, I could very much see a facehugger planting itself into one of these things, and an appropriately large one bursting out. Maybe that's how queens are formed, or I mean, here we can do one of these. Check the codex. Bestiary. There's still one thing to be discovered. I think that's our answer. What is this going to be? Something else entirely. We all kind of know what's coming here. Now, will our fighting squad of 3 people be able to fight whatever this new thing is? Well, we'll see. Bunch of dead bodies over here. No surprise here. You really can't have a location like this that has a bunch of very obviously branded Weyland-Yutani equipment and not have it surrounded by corpses. But yeah, that's a very interesting piece of lore. The idea of there being other kinds of creatures that might have been here first, and the xenomorphs decided
There you
to
are. I suppose
infiltrate
you
it and
already
take
know
over their
these
stuff.
premises. There's so much we could learn from them just by walking those galleries.
Anything else to say? Nope. All right. See you later, Synth Man. It's no surprise that the actual Marlowe is dead. No surprise there. Oh, we see something. Fellas are crawling up. Do they see us already? Oh, we got a bunch of friends. There's probably not much stealthing for this one. We're going loud and proud for this one. Oh boy. Now I have no health bars. Is this a scripted thing? All right, let's spam some shotguns. Spamming all the shotguns. I don't know if this is a scripted thing or not, but we're just gonna blast them. We're gonna start to blast them. Dismembered. We're just spamming these shotguns. It's like I got nothing to fear. Like, if I'm supposed to get got, if I'm supposed to go down, I'm not going down without a fight. Way more satisfying this way anyway. Especially if it really does seem like we have infinite command points. Oh, I'm gonna hit Marlowe in the crossfire here. Sorry, Marlowe. I don't really feel too bad. I mean, he was just a synth anyway. He didn't have real feelings. Come on, Alex. Robots are people too. It is something that does get explored. Good to know. Yeah, it'd be something I'd like to hear more about. Oh, I didn't realize Prometheus and Covenant are part of a trilogy. I thought they were both their own things, like just individual.
Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
We said to dead Marlowe after we fucking shotgunned his face off. I gotta say, having infinite shotguns is fun. And also, I guess having infinite health. Man, again, we should have sent these three to do all the dirty work way sooner. Having infinite health and infinite ammo and infinite shotguns. And I guess grenades too. I mean, Jesus, that's just incredible. Would have saved all of us a whole lot of grief and a whole lot of stress to just be like, no, let me just infinite everything my way through this whole experience. There's another spawner over here. I guess this is kind of a victory lap then. I mean, if there's any challenge, it's not from like what has typically been challenging with limited resources, that kind of thing. Seems like now we're just kind of vibing. We're just vibing with shotguns and grenades. Oh, it even said 4 left. Yeah, cost 1, 4 left. That's great. I almost feel bad. I almost feel like, what am I doing with all these grenades and these shotgun shells? I guess it just means we really came prepared for this area. Yeah, this might just be a victory lap as like a reward. You made it this far in the game. You've technically beaten like the hardest parts. Technically, because you had limited resources, that kind of thing, and now you're given a chance to have some fun. I mean, the game's already fun, but like some carefree, low risk, low urgency fun. Part of a prequel era. Gotcha. Okay. A lot of stuff before Alien. Because yeah, I know Prometheus is something of a prequel. I didn't realize Covenant was also a prequel. It was called Aliens Covenant, right? Because Prometheus like didn't have aliens in the title. And that was what I think threw some folks. We were like, wait, is this like an actual aliens thing? All the more reason for me to get learnt. All the more reason for me to get caught up and, you know, be able to know enough to be dangerous. It's a maze, and of course this is a dead end. Why wouldn't it be? Man, having plot armor is great. I could use this all the dang time. So I guess we can't actually cross any of those areas. Let's move our way over this way. 10 years after, gotcha. Which is still would have been before Alien, obviously. I don't know how long in the future, but my understanding is Prometheus is quite a ways before a lot of the major movies. Big old wall, very ominous, and of course you can't have an HR Giger structure without everything having tentacles, but like weird dry tentacles, like everything's kind of dried and caked on, veiny. Oh, and you can't, and also we need some wall. Is it a vagina? Is it a butthole? Some kind of orifice. Some kind of hole, and all I know is the Wall-Ussie is calling to me. Wall-Ussie is gonna make me act up. Yeah. There's a lot that can be said about the delightfully provocative architecture. Also, I think the texture thing cleared up, because yeah, for a good minute there we had like this weird low poly texture thing, or low resolution texture thing going on with the floors and some of the walls. It's cleared up now, so I'm not sure what caused that, but looks like whatever the issue was is... Oh, well, I spoke too soon, because now, look at that. It's all low poly again. I see we've spawned in some fellas. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe the game's being weird. I mean, presumably it wouldn't be on my end. I've got pretty high settings. I think I've got it set to high, so not the highest, but still pretty up there. The idea of like there being some kind of texture buffer that's filling up or something, especially with what does my GPU have? I think it's 12 gigabytes of VRAM. I really struggle to believe that what we're doing on screen right now is taking up 12 gigabytes of VRAM. So I think we're probably in the clear. Let's just stand there for a second, and we can make that happen. As much as I am enjoying this victory lap from a cathartic perspective, we were talking about catharsis not too long ago. The lack of like a sense of urgency is kind of making me turn my brain off a bit, but that's okay because then we can focus on the storytelling and just appreciation of the backgrounds, which is actually one. Oh, look, it just popped back in. We got the nice textures again, which is actually one thing I sometimes felt was lacking in the main game, where it's like I wouldn't really be able to appreciate cool graphics and the cool setting, as I'd be like so hyper focused on what's next and where are we going next and what's like the scary thing, and like I was like on edge constantly, and not like on edge and like hyper focusing on what's around here, more on edge and just looking like waiting for combat. Now this is probably the correct way to go. This, I mean, I guess these are all like, it's not the usual kind of embryos. This is something else. Do I want to poke around a little bit further this way? Probably dead ends here. Yeah, it looks like it dead ends here anyway. Yeah. Okay, well I've got my answer. See if this will start like a sequence or something, like a cutscene or something. I wonder if we're gonna find, or if we've already killed the alien that burst out of Marlowe's body. You know, he of course would have wanted to be reborn. It's what he was all about.
Guess we found the big ass version of these damn eggs.
Doesn't
Big
matter
ass.
how big you are. This creature will adapt. It always does.
This way, don't be afraid. You don't exactly match what they were made for.
So I guess
We
these.
have to do this.
Seems like a terrible idea.
I'm afraid we have no choice.
I'm guessing the eggs. Do I just walk through it? Oh, I do just walk through it. I'm guessing these eggs, of course, they're much larger than the eggs we're used to. I guess these eggs were laid from, yeah, I guess the original hosts of this place. Those large creatures whose skeletons we saw earlier. But why have none of them hatched, I wonder? And they're not hatching now for that matter either. Well, these, yeah, because these are, I guess, are face huggers, really. So, I guess because, like, we're too small of a target for them, so we're not what they're looking for, because we know the eggs are, like, partially sentient and know when to open up.
Come on. What could possibly happen to you?
So I guess that answers my question. They wouldn't have hatched yet because there's no more of the big guys around to impregnate.
Hurry up!
Is there going to be a queen? I am assuming there is.
Relax, you're fine. I'm only kidding.
Fucked up thing to joke about, man. I think you're right, Farsight. Also, Farsight, it's good to see you. Yeah, we've seen skeletons of the creatures these are being birthed from. Or not birthed from, but we've seen skeletons of what the chest bursters that were, you know, the big version of these things. Or the chest burster version of these things in the alien in the xenomorph life cycle. We've seen the skeletons of what the chest bursters burst out of. So it's big things. Big. Way to control the hatching ability. Yeah, it'd be interesting too if there was some kind of...
Cassandra's not far now.
If there was some kind of, like... way to suppress it. Like, of course, they know with the cultist technology, they had ways to slow the, I guess, what is it, the gestation process of the chest bursters they were harboring. Yeah, I'm guessing the eggs aren't hatching right now because we're just too small. Like, we wouldn't be able to provide sustenance for them. So why hatch? Because I don't think a chest burster can be out too long out of its egg. I think it, like, has to hatch and then immediately, pretty much instantly, like, latch onto something. Because it can't last forever on its own. It's got to deposit them eggs. Or deposit those embryos, I guess is the better term. Oh my god, it's a fucking Marlow orgy. A Marlorgy.
Enough of these damn synths. Permission to engage!
There are dozens of them. Save your ammo and focus on finding Cassandra, Sergeant.
I mean, they were not wrong. There are so many of them. I wonder, I'm starting to think that Marlow had a slight ego.
You that have come this far, take her.
Starting to think that Marlow might have had a slight ego. Call it gamer intuition. Also, I can't run.
Promise you will take care of her. She embodies years of research. Decades. She's the pinnacle of our Maker's work. He who has sacrificed so much.
Look at that, we actually can't even target them.
If only he could stand with us today.
Yeah, but he's dead. As he got xenomorphed. We saw his corpse and everything.
To witness Cassandra's first steps. To finally reach the culmination of human evolution. She is the only voice the Hive answers to. The bridge between your two species.
I'm noticing that our two bros here are like just locked in position and staring this way. Back at like the original, not the original, but the first Marlow synth. So they do not trust that first synth we talked to. And yeah, here's more of these skeletons. These extremely large creatures. And I wonder if one of them is going to have... Yeah, here we go. One of them has a very obvious hole in the ribcage from which a chest burster would have escaped, but a large chest burster. So, yeah, one of those eggs must have hatched, created a big old face hugger that hugged this man's big old face. Give him a big old egg, and a big old fella sprouted forth. Maybe that's how queens are made? I don't know how queens are made. Like, you know, queens create a lot of xenomorphs and a lot of drones, but we don't know, at least I don't know, whence cometh the queens.
The door to xenosynthesis.
But I suspect it's probably not that. Yeah, do we get to see them? I'm curious. I'm a little bit nervous to see them, but I am curious. For whatever reason, this guy, I can only move Maiko's. Oh, no, I can move some of them sometimes. They're flashlights, but Hayes is the only one I can move with consistency. Is that our MVP? What state's she gonna be in? Is she gonna be a xenomorph? Or just dead? Or will she actually be alive? She seems pretty alive. Brain might be a little bit fucked.
Cassandra, can you hear me?
Who are you?
I'm a friend of your father's.
Dad. He's here.
big.
It's waking up.
She's got a bunch of scars, like surgeries maybe.
Bad feeling about this. We need to hurry.
Aw, that's a shame. I like that guy. Not terribly surprising he got. He wasn't wrong. That was indeed a bad feeling. So, new Xenomorph just dropped. Yeah, I like the robot arm guy. Come on, not this guy too.
Get her out of here!
Can you run?
Yes.
Come on, not this guy too. This guy's really cool too. Not Stern, come on. Ah, brutal. Alright, this probably means there's no boss battle then. There's no fighting this thing. It's only getting the fuck out of Dodge. Ah, shame about Stern and other fella. Yeah, don't bother shooting. I don't think it's gonna be worth. Stomping through. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Oh man, he's like on our asses. That's not the way. Oh, that is, oh shit. Blech. Okay. Yeah, so I have to like retrace my steps correctly. Let's reload. One swipe. We didn't see him die. You know, you're very much potentially correct, Elgaso. This could be a Boba Fett situation where we didn't see a corpse. We saw him get smacked. We didn't see him like get devoured or fall off a ledge or like snap his neck. The Predator mandibles? He does. He actually does have the Predator mandibles. You're exactly right. I wonder if that is intentional or just a coincidence. A quinky-dink, if you will. Gonna have us route us through the egg room. How do we get here? I think this was it. I actually can't even move the camera over there. Yeah, I think we just want to go out the main exit, I'm assuming. Yeah, get to here. There we go. Get to there and see. Oh, the camera's really struggling.
This way.
Trying to like move the camera back. The home button doesn't work now. There we go. There we go. No, there's no catching our breath. We're just running. In fact, Cassandra's outrunning us. He's faster. No, I'm not waiting.
Stay behind me.
No, stay in front of me, please.
More coming.
So we just set a route. Right, now you are going to catch up with us, so I will have to do one of these. Which is probably intentional. Let's go and blast him. This is probably intentional to prevent me from doing exactly what I'm doing right now. To just kind of set a route and just then let it fucking do its thing. That was a misjudgment on my part. But I have infinite grenades. I can do what the fuck I want. And of course he's doing that funny thing where he's like he has like full health forever until he like suddenly dies. So it's like we never get to see how much damage he's taken. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's like no risk to taking damage from these guys, but I'm just worried that it'll like slow us down too much or something. A little bit of acid on us, but a little bit of acid builds character or something. I'm doing a bad job of timing these nades. What I am better at is timing these shotgun blasts to the face. Get dismembered, motherfucker. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna kill him. Not even gonna kill him. I'm gonna let him bleed out. Ouch. Oh, thanks for waiting for me, Cassandra. Ouch. Oh. Oh. Oh, well, dang. Maybe that meant I was going too slowly. Like, maybe I shouldn't have been stopping to fight. That's odd. Also, I lost my mouse cursor. We'll get it back at some point. There we go. I think there was an autosave as we got through the egg area. Oh, that's a curious autosave. I feel like that's like right where we died, isn't it? Maybe the issue is I got too close to the wall. Maybe I need to like micromanage directions a little bit better. This place is a maze. They did say. They did say it do be maze-like. Yeah, but now I lost my route that I had set. So I'm kind of like, and if I and of course when I unpause, it will kind of yeet me back into go mode. Here, let's go ahead and start moving. Sandra's moving. Oh, weird texture warping shenanigans. Is the same thing gonna happen? Ooh, uh-oh, that's not good.
Run!
Oh, but now... What? What in the world? What in the world is that? It's locking me in. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm also concerned by the fact that I continue to lose my mouse cursor. I'm gonna quit the game. Excuse me? What the hell? You beat the game! We did it! What? Alright. I like this game, but it has been... This playthrough has had several instances of some really fucky bugs. They've been better. To this game's credit, the bugs have been a lot better since the, like, 3 mega patches they put out. Since we, like, kind of put the game on pause, like, 3 months ago. They've, like, put out, like, 2 or 3 gigantic bug-fixing patches. And they've cleaned up the game a lot. But there's something fucky. I don't think we're supposed to die. I don't believe that for a second. You can now start New Game Plus. You beat the game. Yay! Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. I'm gonna quit the game. I'm full send, just close the game down and relaunch. Because that doesn't sit right with me. Especially because the first time, our character stopped, the fella broke through the wall, and then, like, the regular xenomorphs, like, killed us. And then, the second time, we stopped. Well, Cassandra stops. We stop with her. We're fighting the xenomorphs. The fella breaks through the wall, goes past us, like, and then sits on us, and then we die. So we've had 2 different pseudo-scripted deaths. It's like there's 2... It's like there's a scripted thing that's getting in front of what we're supposed to be doing. There's like a scripted sequence that's like interrupting a thing we're supposed to do manually. Yeah, maybe it's because I took too much damage or something. Like, maybe, like, the hits I've taken are too not good. So, explode him. And do the same thing with you. Took a little bit of acid. Yeah, maybe I took acid damage. Maybe that means, like, oh, I've taken too many hits. The game wouldn't autosave in that state, would it? Would they? The bestiary. The Xeno Titan. Massive and snake-like. Because, yeah, no legs. But a big predator-like... Yeah, honestly, yeah, predator-like mouth. What's going on with that mouth? What'd that mouth do? What'd that mouth do? Yeah. Very, like, explicitly predator-like. There's no way that's a coincidence. The original owners of the Megalopolis. But whatever this thing is or was, it also succumbed to the xenomorphs. The Titans might have originally bred the creatures on Lethe, or that their moon perhaps fell victim to a rival species. I mean, that is interesting. That is fascinating. We found Cassandra, finally. I mean, yeah, she's been fucked up. And yeah, I'm not sure if they, like, implanted something in her brain or if it's just a scar. Just in general. But yeah, you know, she's been through the ringer, all right. Parents never married, yeah. Opted out of the official system. Okay. Mother was killed in a crawler collision. It's easy. Oh, so she might have just joined the Darwin era then. King Xeno have no legs and no mandibles, right? Well, yeah, this guy has, like, sort of no back legs. He's, like, kind of like dragging himself forward. Get a picture of that big boy again. Yeah, he's like, he's got arms, obviously, but, like, yeah, no bottom No, nothing below the pelvis. No legs. It's like, yeah, like a vertebrae tail thing. He's just kind of dragging around like a skeleton, like a living skeleton. All right. Am I going the wrong way? Maybe. I think I'm. Hold on. I feel like we came from this way. Yeah, they're all coming at us here. So let's continue this way. We can run and gun. Yeah, maybe like there was too many xenomorphs happening. Kill that guy. Maybe. Yeah, it's coming back. Run. There we go. I think that was what was supposed to happen. I think there was something going wrong where the xenomorphs were... There were like too many of them and they had gotten too far in that sequence. And they were like interrupting whatever script was happening, and it was causing the wrong things to load at the wrong time, and deaths become weird and silly and jank. Lieutenant Xenodan, are we now combining the cinematic universes of Forrest Gump and Aliens? Because I'm down for it. Farside, you got my buy-in. I'm trying to find the correct way to go. I mean, every way that I see is you know, scary. Let's just do this. I'm gonna like go in the direction that I'm pretty sure is the right way, which I want to say is right here, and then I'm gonna bring up the map, and I'm gonna do one of these. Oh, I can't do that. One of those. One of these. There we go. See if that's enough. Go, 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 go. He's like sitting on us again. But maybe he's not after us. Maybe he's after Cassandra. Yeah, we've lost. We have lost Hayes. She just does not exist right now. So if she's actually probably running. Oh, there she is. I saw a flashlight. I was gonna say, did she fall behind him? Keep on keeping on, baby. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Maybe we're holding him back. We're holding him back. Hold me back. Hold me back. It's one of those kinds of situations. Hayes single-handedly keeping this fucking skeletal demon at bay.
We're almost there!
He got stopped, and now he's extremely mad about it, as he should be. Can I just do one of these real quick? Just to, you know, piss in his mouth a little bit, just for funsies. This is a necessary thing to consider. Absolutely, yeah. This is a necessary thing. Yeah, so give him a little grenade as a treat. As a haha, you know, just kidding, unless... Oh, now he's real mad. Now I've pissed directly into his cornflakes. Unless piss flakes are what he's into.
More are coming!
Oh, boy. What's up, Wilkes? Hope you're doing well, buddy. We got a fella in front of us. I will nade him. Oh, he stole a sim hill. He's gonna like get about right hurt. Now she will probably run into this grenade. Hopefully it won't hurt her too bad. Okay, well I just kind of grenaded her, but she took it like a champ. It's kind of useless at that point. There we go. No, you can't harm her. We got to keep her alive, man. We came to very great lengths to get this lady alive at the end of the game. Also, we shot that guy's legs off. I'm gonna leave him. I'm gonna say, you know what? Fuck all that noise. Okay, maybe I will finish you, because I want to finish your friend. No, you know what? Yeah, fuck that guy. That guy's a prick.
There's something wrong.
I don't like the sounds of that.
Run, Cassandra! We're getting out!
Also, it's a good thing you're really fast. I've got a bunch of equipment I'm carrying or something. Listen, I had a big dinner. I had a lot to eat earlier. I was snacking after dinner too. So I've you know, I'm and also I ran yesterday, so my legs are already kind of sore.
Stay close to me, Cassandra.
Ooh, do we get sort of a combat sequence now? I mean, there's no straight up killing this thing, but if there's a way to get around him or distract him or something. What's this?
Stay away from my girl.
Oh, he's still alive, by the way. Harper's still alive.
Dad, no!
So they have that empathy link with the xenomorphs.
Let's get out of here.
And is able to hold it at bay. Oh shit, is that gonna be enough? Oh, is it gonna take him out? Is he from afar Luke Skywalkering him like he's able to, like, you know, provide some defense from afar, but it's like too much for him? Arctic, what's up, buddy? Are we out of the woods? We outie? I think we outie, baby. I think that's game, baby. Now, of course, we had some bros. I thought you guys went in with 3 NPCs. You only exited with 1. Well, technically 2, but... yeah, where's the other 2 bros? Oh, literally everyone else is dead. Everyone else is getting eaten. Man, motherfucking NPC plot armor, man.
Let's get the hell out of here before these nukes detonate.
Main character plot armor. Now, we had like 12 days until the Cerberus Protocol began. So we'll just assume it took them 12 days to be inside. Wow, big mushroom cut. It took them 12 days to be inside that labyrinth. It took them that long. They got that lost. We made it, baby! Planet's getting glassed, that's right. Get them xenomorphs out of there. The Otago is already on board, or is already in the air, which is good. So yeah, the Cerberus Protocol means that planet's, I guess it's a moon, is just getting deleted. The shield's up. I mean, for the better. It's for the better that place is. Oh, yeah, the shield's to prevent.
60%.
Yeah, that's why. Because the Cerberus Protocol shoots at anything.
40%.
So will the shield be enough to kind of tank through it? We made it. Yeah, with that one big guy. Yeah, that's exactly it. There we go, baby. Good ending. We got the good ending. Here, there we go, baby. Yeah, I'm assuming Harper bit the dust, unfortunately. The weather sucked on that planet anyway. It was always dark and always raining. Different doors colliding with each other. Yeah, it's like a Scooby-Doo chase sequence, right? With some, like, faux Beatles music playing in the background. Or I guess the Monkees. The Monkees is a better comparison. Going into cryptosleep. Or I guess a long journey back to something resembling normal society. And we haven't seen anybody else on the ship. For all we know, Hayes and Cassandra are all that remains. Now, don't tell me we're gonna get something in the foreground. A single foot or a tail whipping around the corner like nothing? Do we actually get a good ending? Like, there were xenomorphs on board the Otago at one point. So... those Xenos are notorious... excuse me for belching. Are notorious for getting their tendrils in anything and everything. A Marlowe clone? Yeah. Like the fucking 30 Marlowe clones at the end. That we saw at the end. They all snuck on board and they're fucking partying. They're fucking doing synth coke, which is a real thing. They're doing like android cocaine. They're having like Marlowe orgies while everyone else is sleeping. Oh, that's sad. Like, yeah, like that was like an actual person. Yeah, it showed the timeline there. So somebody passed away during the development of this game. That's really sad. But that is Aliens. That's Alien Star Descent. We fucking got there, baby. We fucking got there, man. Scooby-Doo, but with yakety sax instead. You son of a bitch, I would like a word with you. Is that in relation to the funny thing that Ogasu just said, or is it in relation to the stuff in world news where we were talking about how Pennsylvania did get some kind of legal weed, sort of, but not recreational, but sort of, like, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that kind of legality. Like, oh yes, it needs a prescription, wink. Original alien designed by H.R. Giger, the man himself. It's a shame that the last level, that whole like kind of sequence at the end, was marred slightly by some admittedly kind of funny bugs. Like, we were seeing some visual stuff where the textures were at a way lower resolution sometimes, and other times they were okay. But that was it's a little bit unfortunate. We had some kind of goofs there that really made me think, like, am I doing something wrong? But then that second time I was like, now wait a second, something's going on. Like, something's up with this. But overall, this game is very good. And I will say, again, overall, the game runs much, much better than it did when we first got the game. Because we actually were at like the ground floor with this game. When it first came out, we got that Dare Drop campaign for it. And we were able to play this game within days of it coming out. And we saw the state it was in, and the reviews were like mostly positive, but everybody was saying, man, there's some fucky bugs in this game. And a lot of them have been worked out, thankfully. I'm hoping there'll be at least one more big round of patches that they'll put out, because the T-posing aliens, they've said on like 3 different mega patches that they finally found the source of it and fixed it, and the T-posing aliens keep happening. I would actually wish that they were actually T-posing, like with the arms outstretched. Instead, it's just like default alien posing where they're like, rah, and they're like frozen like that. So stuff like that. But then of course the last level there is, it's a bit of a bummer that sequence is easy to screw over. That last level was a bit of it was interesting. I liked it from a storytelling perspective, and it was a bit of a relief to have like a combat victory lap where there's very, very little risk. The only challenge really was pathfinding your way out, and if you can just zoom out the map, point towards the exit, and just have them auto run, there was very little risk until the game kind of bugged out, obviously. So really, the final battle, like it really isn't a final boss, so to speak, but the final battle, really, like the final battle of substance, was at the end of the previous level, when we're defending against like a pretty impressive deluge of xenomorphs. And that was tough. We took a lot of hits, and our guys were getting tore up a bit, but we didn't lose anybody in that last fight. It meant we got, indeed, that one mission, or I guess in this case, it was like the second half of the mission, where we got to use a level 10 colonist, which was nice, or colonist, I'm thinking about RimWorld, a level 10 marine, which was kind of nice. So we got the badass heat gun, or plasma gun, that is. Only got to really use it once, but if we ever wanted to do New Game Plus, we could bring those guys out of retirement and have them go through it once again. But like I said earlier, I think if I were to ever play through this game again, I don't know if New Game Plus would interest me too much. I think what I would rather do is do a fresh playthrough. I don't know if I would want to up the ante with the difficulty, or if I'd want to keep with this difficulty, but the challenge would be no reloads ever. Play with like super actually no reloads, unless the party wipes. Obviously, if the party wipes, you're done, obviously. But the idea of like, because we did some save scumming, and I would always query the chat, like, what do you guys think? Should I save scum or do I roll with it? Sometimes we rolled with it. Sometimes we live and let live, or live and let die. Other times we would indeed reload. If I were to do this again, knowing what we know now about the game and just how to play it and the general mechanics and kind of flow of the game, a lot of that game would be a lot smoother now. But because we know more, there would need to be higher stakes to make it interesting. So I would maybe consider that in the future. Yeah. Fuck you. We need to talk. And then, how are you? I love you. Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. A badass, tough alien friend. Yeah. In a storytelling sequence like that. Yeah, I'm not surprised that we didn't get any answers about these mysterious creatures. That I would assume that kind of heavy lifting, storytelling wise, would be left to the movies. Like, we get a little tease of something that we've already been sort of exposed to, obviously. But yeah, iRossi is right. It was like, oh man, we just got a brief glimpse at these towering giants that predated xenomorphs even. Absolutely predated xenomorphs. So Farsight raises a good point. There's a few things that hit just now. Farsight had a redemption. I think Arctic had one as well. I'm gonna do one quick thing. I'm kind of curious about something. Select a campaign. Yes. Can I preload before mission launch? Let's see the bad ending. I want to see the bad ending because we've now seen the good ending. We've seen what happens when we launch. Everyone's high-fiving, everyone's hugging, and by that I mean, I don't think I'm exaggerating. It really is just Hayes and just Cassandra. We didn't see anybody else on the ship at the end. There probably was some crew, probably, but at the very end, we just saw the xenomorphs tearing up the other Marines that are left. So, the idea of like the entirety of Otago, surely it wasn't the entirety of the Otago, but the idea of a very limited list of survivors is pretty freaking brutal. So yeah, let's do before mission launch, and let's just spin the timer. Let's just spin out the timer and see what the bad ending's like. Next day, please.
Are awaiting your review.
Lose deployment. Yeah, give me more materials. Actually, you know what? We have a bunch of materials now.
Hey,
Let's go shopping. Buy that submachine gun. Hell yeah.
I'm sure our
Bam.
friends will appreciate.
Achievement unlocked. Unlock every weapon. Hell yeah. I'm achievement farming now. Good shit.
Ma'am.
And I like, yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Next day, we're gonna run out the clock.
Objectives are awaiting your review.
Lose deployment. Don't give a shit. Got an engineer. Cool. Infestation increased. Great. I love it. Check the codex. Some DLC maybe? That would be really nice to see. I would welcome such a thing. There's apparently a location we never saw. I think the location is Xeno City. Never mind. So we have seen it. It just doesn't show here. Yeah, I got the, here it is, the submachine gun. It's kind of a dinky looking SMG. I was hoping to be like an MP5. It's more like a machine pistol. We use like a standard handgun. That's alright though. Never once got to use it in the field. Who needs it?
New objectives are awaiting your review.
Lose deployment. Every time. Xeno samples. Cool. It's still a machine. Oh, really? I thought machine gun and machine pistol were like. I mean, maybe they are different things, but yeah, I always assumed like an MP5 was like the golden standard when it came to like a proper SMG. Next
New
day.
objectives are awaiting your review.
Exhausted. Recon. Francine Arts. Farts is now exhausted. Oh, oh, really? Damn, I never made that connection. So that means the audio file MP3 stands for Machine Pistol 3.
New
There you go.
objectives are awaiting.
What is a good example then of like a more proper machine gun as opposed to like a machine pistol? It's like in my mind, I think of the machine of the MP5, the machine pistol 5, and I think of it like having the stock and like the fact that it's like fairly bulky. Loose deployment, yes, every time. 249 saw is a machine gun. Oh, I'm sorry. This whole time I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass. What I mean is like submachine gun. I'm sorry. I probably wasn't in my brain. I knew what I was getting at, but I realized I wasn't making it clear. Like SMGs specifically, like a submachine gun.
New objectives are awaiting.
Because yeah, the saw that's a machine gun. That's the good shit. What should we do? Earn 2 more days before planet nuclearization. So look at that. You actually get if the timer's running out, you get like one last little lifeline if things are looking dire. So, and you can only accept that. Cerberus protocol was hacked. You get 2 more days. That's actually kind of nice. So if you're just at your wit's end and you're losing your shit, you just need a little bit more. That's the game saying, all right, you get 1 more. You get 1 more, but that's your only time, I think. Loose bowels. Lois bowels becomes exhausted. They're not necessarily mutually exclusive. Okay, yeah. That's, I think, what I was wondering, is if the Venn diagram was a lot of overlap. still a machine pistol technically. It's an SMG and okay, yeah.
New
That answers my
objectives
question.
are
Thank you.
awaiting your review.
Poor Francine Arts. Farts keeps getting exhausted, and it's okay. We still love her. If it has a stock grenade, exactly, yeah. Do you need two hands to shoot it? I mean, even like the MAC-10,
New objectives
which is like a,
are awaiting
I
your
mean,
review.
in video games and in movies, it seems like a small, fairly low recoil device. I'm sure it actually has quite a bit of recoil, and like in, I don't know how the newer Counter-Strike games do it. I don't know if it's not in the newer Counter-Strike games, but in CS 1.6, yeah, you held it with two hands, and the spray was impossible with that weapon. One day, here we go. Next day. Are you sure you want to skip? Next day, baby. All right, let's see. Let's see what it looks like. I want to see the bad ending now. What? There's no cutscene or anything. I wanted to see like big splodies. Oh well. Now I know. Ah, man, I wanted something cool to go down. How's about this? If I say new game plus, let's just see what this looks like. I just want to like kind of poke myself in real quick. Stick it in real quick. Hashtag just the tip of New Game Plus. Keep your Marines from a finished campaign. They keep their level, their traits, attributes, blah, 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 blah. Lose their equipment. That makes sense. They keep their prosthetics. That's kind of fun. Oh, you can raise them to level 50 now? Damn. That's pretty sick. So yeah, we picked this one. Yeah, medium difficulty, of course. We'll save this one. So you can up the ante, which is kind of sick. You can up the ante, which is really neat. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty slick. I like that. Let's just launch and skip prologue. I just want to see, like, kind of what it's like being in New Game Plus mode. Block 18. Yeah, that's what I think of. I remember that was in Nightfire, I think. I think that was like when you first really got to... That was like one of the first automatic weapons you got in that game, I think. I wanted a big boom. One of the big booms. Call me a boomer. Alright, so right now we just have that person. Oh, I guess it's because we don't have a barracks right now. Okay. Intensive care.
This one's a priority. Understood.
Yes. So they're kind of walking us through this whole sequence. All the peeps. We're meeting all the
Need a
peeps.
gun, administrator?
Oh, I think the head engineer lady, I don't think she ever died. Spoilers, but yeah, I don't think she ever died. We have all these things. We don't have the resources. We don't have the engineers. We don't have the physicians, obviously.
Bye now.
And then here, this fucking dude. This fucking chump. Can I just shoot him in the head and save us all the trouble? Launch mission. I'm just powering through. I want to see our bros. Yeah, there they are. There they are. We got them, baby. We got the squad. Now, unfortunately, they don't have all their upgrades. They have their level, they have their experience, but they don't have, yeah, and of course it's kind of walking me through these things. Like 2 of each type. So they don't have all the upgrades, we don't have the cool visor, we don't have the cool antennas, and we got the scrubby ass little ARC, not APC. So the best of the best, we got who is our best? I think we had Vagina, Farts. I'm going on memory here. We had Vagina, we had Farts. I think we had...
All right, Marines, listen up.
Did we have Penis? I can't remember if we had Penis.
We pulled in a partial signal.
This
from
is
the
a very
southern
normal
Dead
question
Hills.
I'm offering.
We don't know exactly
Brazzers.
what's
We had
happening there.
Brazzers. That's right.
What
We definitely had Brazzers. He was our level 10. I'm just skipping. I just want to see. I want to see our badasses just fucking stomp some motherfuckers.
Marines, welcome to the New World Order. I'll be running tactical from the air.
And remember when I played this level months ago? It's been literal months.
Are you settled in up there?
And I would have, by this point, I would have had the Xenomorph cosplay on. Because we did the prologue, and when we first saw a Xenomorph, that was when I donned the costume. Or, I mean, I didn't wear the costume. We had a Xenomorph encounter of our own, that's what it is. So Brazzers and Lois Bowels, that's right. This is the Fearless Foursome. We had a 5th one, obviously. Which would have been... I can't remember who that one was. They would have been our. So this is our gunner. That would have been our hacker. We had elite hacker. You're right. Well, no, yeah, this is Vagina.
Stay
The hacker's name, I can't remember. But Brian Razors, Francine Arts, Vance Agina, and Lois Bowles.
Affirmative. All right.
I just want to like walk up and just fucking murder a xenomorph real quick with the squad. I guess that means that the sniper is not silenced right now.
Administrator, did we receive anything more from Sheriff Souza?
Oh, this is really cool. Yeah, I remember like these weather effects being really impressive. We didn't get a lot of like really interesting weather things like this throughout the game, but at least this first level did a really good job of giving you kind of some cool visual flourishes.
Let's get in there.
It might have been penis. Yeah, it might have been penis.
Affirmative. Access
All right,
granted.
maybe this isn't worth it. It's like I want to fight some shit,
No sign of movement from up here. Do you see anything?
but
Place is real.
it might take a bit because they're like there's all these tutorials they're kind of walking us through.
A squad of big, strong Marines to keep you safe.
Big strong Marines.
Double time!
Yeah, understood. The flashlight, yes, I get it. It's like, yeah. I just want to fight shit, man.
What have we got?
Satellite communication.
Yeah, a lot of these I can't skip, unfortunately. Yeah, Percival Enos.
Which is more than can be said for the operator.
No
Percival
answers
Enos,
here. Looks like he killed
the
us.
hero that Gotham
Must have
needs and
hated his
deserves.
job.
Don't we all?
If you're done, how about getting me plugged in?
Plug me in, Big Daddy. What was I trying to say there?
Right now. All right. Let's see what's in there.
Leave it to Francine. Just get them fast fingies.
Establishing satellite uplink. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by.
We're all standing by.
Link established.
Oh, Dexter Dog's awake.
Someone put the colony on lockdown.
I still can't skip any of this.
How long it'll take
You can
to
skip
break
like the
through every door in
CGI cutscenes, the pre-rendered cutscenes.
You should be able to shut off emergency status.
Yeah.
That looks
Maybe
like
this isn't really worth it. I mean, I just wanted to see my guys roll in and just blow up some Xenos,
Okay,
like
squad,
overpowered,
clear the way.
overleveled
Get this
badasses.
door unwelded and continue our path.
But I guess not
towards
overpowered, so to
headquarters.
speak, because again, we have starting equipment.
Cut that door open.
Yeah, starting equipment, which means we have grenades again. We can still reprimand because we have a really high-level sergeant with us. We have a gun that can do suppressive fire. Actually, I guess suppressive fire isn't only for gunners.
Door opened.
Move on! Move!
Oh, and that means, all right, we don't have a sniper rifle. In fact, we won't have a sniper rifle for a long time because you have to be level 6, I think, to wield one of those.
Squad lead. You
Or maybe
see
level
more,
5. You have to be pretty high level to get a sniper rifle. Because that is one of the,
Planting
like,
C4.
kind of rank 2 or tier 2 special equipment things you unlock. Same time you get the, I think the mines and I think 1 or 2 other things. Not the RPG. The RPG is like level...
We don't know.
Actually, no, I think RPG is also level
Could be
6.
an uprising. Could be anything. Stay frosty, Marines.
Oh, anyway. No, yeah. Like I said, it's taken a long time to get to combat, and we already know that our bros are great, so I just want to see them in action. I just want to do a little victory lap. And it's good to know that in this rebirthing of the universe, that at least our top four homies are still at it. Off for like another round of killing the shit out of a bunch of xenomorphs, kicking some ass, leveling up to level 15 presumably, which is pretty cool too. Yeah, I can't like look at their profile right now, but we just know that they're all great. So that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, everyone is still high level, so we would still have to purchase the ability to use like the sniper rifle and the incinerator, that kind of thing. But yeah, we could just like fast track to those things if we wanted to. So that's good enough for me. I think that's gonna call it for Aliens. For Aliens Dark Descent. This game kicks ass. It was a long game. We got a lot of hours out of this game. Really, if we look at Steam, if I look at Steam, quick looky-loo here. So we are exactly at 70.1 hours. So 70 hours out of this game. It's a pretty good deal. Like, I'm not like a huge like, oh, game content per hours played kind of thing, or like entertainment per hours played or anything like that. That's not like a huge thing for me. But yeah, this game is $40 full price, and I got 70 hours. And I mean, of course, I was streaming it, and yeah, I would, you know, we'd talk to Chad, we'd like take breaks, we'd do redemptions like we're gonna do in a minute. You know, we would do some stuff, obviously. So an average person would probably be more like 50 to 60 hours. But I liked it. I liked it a lot. And like Irasi said, would be really cool if they would at some point do maybe DLC. They technically already have DLC. It's kind of a, here, I'll actually show it to you. It's kind of a silly one. So this is what they have right now. The Lethe Recon Pack. It's just cosmetic stuff. And Alex, you own it. Why'd you buy it? I actually didn't buy it at all. It actually came with the Dare Drop Redemption. It included this DLC pack, which is nice. And it had, that's the reason the kitty cat would be shown in, like, in the background. So the kitty cat is not a vanilla, you know, base game feature. You had to pay $4 to get that kitty cat in there. So is this DLC pack worth it? Well, I'll let this answer the question. No, I mean, I think it's silly. It would be nice if it was a pre-order bonus or something. It obviously wasn't. So we need some like real DLC, you know, something like some kind of prequel, some kind of like, I don't know, that shows Marlowe going crazy. Like, it'd be nice to see the lead up to him losing his shit and it, like, his obsessions taking over him. It'd be cool to see some of the stuff about the uprising we've heard about. There's probably not much after the fact. Or maybe if there was like some kind of side story, all the stuff is happening on Lethe, but maybe over here in a different location, maybe on the same planet, maybe in a different planet, if there was like another story to tell. Hard to say. Hard to say. Had a scream of a time and nobody heard us. Because when you're in space, no one can hear you're in space.